Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're back.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
Sir Worldwide. This
I'm
is
Don Wilson.
yeah. We want to talk about racism, racism in the United States.
Oh my God.
You would think that, damn, since we were little kids, that by now it would have diminished and gone away. But no, the old fogies holding on to it.
Right, exactly.
You know, so we got a lot of young people of color that don't understand that.
Right.
They don't know the history of what's been going on.
No.
You ask them about who's Emmett Till, they're gonna ask you who's Emmett Till.
He's somebody that got murdered by a white mob.
Right. It wasn't the police.
Based on a lie.
Exactly. And then it was 2 years ago. The lady, she said, "I lied
Yeah.
about Emmett Till."
Yeah.
He been dead over 30 years, 40 years.
40 or 50 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. And the thing of it is, it's like they will believe anybody else except us.
Right.
Okay, we know that we didn't do it, but they want to make sure that it holds against us, even though the perpetrators were them.
Right.
Okay?
I mean, look, I don't understand why in the schools we can't have classes for the young people to understand how to get rid of this racism thing. Because we're one species. We're human.
Yes.
It don't matter what color someone is. Don't mean that one color is better than the other one. Or we're all humans. We bleed red blood.
Correct.
So racism is an illness that need to be addressed
Right.
from a top.
From the top. Yeah.
Yes. So in schools, the children should understand that it's a sickness. It's bad. It's horrible.
Right.
Now these police departments, full of that, full of white supremacists, and these young people, like we said in the earlier post, you got to wake up. And here's a guy, I think it was 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
He threw a hammer at the police,
Oh.
and they shot him and killed him.
Yeah, of course, because they assaulted him.
He threw a hammer. That's like taking a knife to a gunfight.
Right, exactly.
You know.
The thing of it is, we can't fight against them. All we need to do is have a conversation with them, let them ask the questions. You answer the questions without any malice, without any venom or vitriol toward them, and it's just like, let's have a harmonious exchange in conversation with them.
Right.
And that way, they can get their answers, and then they can move on.
Yeah, because if you show respect, that's going to change the whole thing.
Correct.
99% of the time, if the police stop you, you show respect, there's going to be a whole different way of addressing the whole situation from both parties.
Yeah,
Even though you might hate these people that stopped you.
correct.
But if you show respect, you might wind up living.
Yeah, you can move on, move forward, and not have any altercations with them.
Yeah. There are things in our history that no one wants to talk about. Like Black Wall Street
Exactly.
in
Oh my-
Oklahoma.
Yeah,
And how the white people burned everything that belonged to black people
They
back
destroyed
then.
them.
They destroyed everything, right? But that's not taught. It's amazing how not just our country, but other cultures, other countries want to hide things. Like, for instance, in Japan, the young people growing up know nothing about Pearl Harbor.
right.
It's in none of their books. They don't even know that a superpower was attacked by the Japanese in 1941. They don't know that.
Yeah, I know.
History is history. We need to study history, then we understand what's going on right now. And we can clean up a lot of things if we address history.
You're right, exactly. And let's talk honestly about what happened and why it happened. Okay, there's always going to be conflict between men about different subjects, whether it's land, whether it's resources, or whatever. But the bottom line is, it's like we all must know how to respect human life.
Right.
And material things aren't the end all be all. That's not the end game. It's about treating every human as each human would like to be treated.
Right.
Okay. We
Right.
cannot go over and just run over somebody just because you think they're weak. They're not weak. The bottom line is, it's like every individual should have personal restraint and have the respect for the human existence, because you don't know when you're going to need them and you don't know when they're going to need you, but we all need each other to survive.
Right.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. And you know, these young kids that are growing up right now, I mean the young ones that aren't even teenagers yet, they don't understand why so many black young people are being murdered by law enforcement.
Right.
And it's going to be hard for the parents to really get a grip on explaining that to them without going into the racism thing themselves.
Right. Yeah.
That's hard. That's really hard. That's why our educational system has to take another page to educate the young people about racism. It's a horrible thing.
Yeah.
It's terrible, racism. As I said earlier, we are one species. We're human. Got nothing to do with color.
Exactly. And we all live under the sun.
Right.
We all see the same sun rise in the morning, rise in the east and sets in the west. And we're all under that same sun, which is the universal power, which the all in all has created for us to enjoy. And we should be able to go to the beach and enjoy the water, the sand, the wind, and everything, and be able to fellowship with one another.
Right.
And just share.
We should show love to our fellow man,
Yeah.
not
Hate.
stink eyes and hate verbiage. You know, just show love.
Just show
Open
love.
the door for somebody.
Right.
You know, like, you know, I drive, I come off the freeway, there's a homeless person there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what color they are. I got something to hand them if I'm waiting at the light.
Yeah.
I don't care what color that person is.
Mm-hmm.
We need to take on that type of demeanor, helping one another
Exactly.
more. Got nothing to do with color.
No, it's not color. It's about humanity. It's about the love that's in us. We love our families,
Right.
but if you see somebody different from you, then all of a sudden, oh my God, I can't help them. They're different from me. No, we're all the same. We're all breathing the same air.
Right.
We do the same things. We all have the same wants and desires for ourselves and our families, and we should want that for everyone else.
Right. You know, just recently, people started attacking Asian people.
Right. What is that all about?
What is it?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Something new to do.
Something new to do. Okay, you're tired of attacking black folks. Well, let's go get the Asians.
Right.
And then who's after that? Who's the Mexicans? Who's after that? Who's next in line to be attacked for no unnecessary reason?
You know, they did well, the information is like this. Who has the highest level of education in the college level around the world? It turns out the Koreans were number one.
Mm-hmm.
The Vietnamese was number two. Japan was number three. Do you know where the United States was?
Probably 47.
46.
Okay.
46. So are you hating Asian people because they're more educated? Or they focus more on education than we do? Why you hate Asian people?
Why are you
Stop
jealous?
hating, period.
Yeah.
That word hate is a horrible
Stop the
word.
hate.
Stop hating. Start showing love.
Yeah.
Please.
Exactly. And
Give this to your children. Help the children understand that hate is a horrible thing. Racism is a horrible thing.
Yes, it is.
Let's help the children understand, because they don't know. They see the news, they hear people talking, but we got to help these young people. But again, every state has an educational program. The education should start there for what is racism and what is hate. We know what love is.
Right.
We got to bring it back.
Yeah. It's time for love.
Yes, it is.
Okay. The bottom line is we're born in love, but then we're taught to hate by our parents, and you have to double check what your parents are teaching you. If you love all of your mixed interracial classmates, you do things, you play sports, you do all of these things, you exchange information, there's no hate in that. But when you go home, you might get the message of hate from your parents.
Right.
And maybe you need to ask your parents, well, why do you hate these people?
Right,
Just
exactly.
ask the question.
Help them. Let them
Yeah.
understand something they don't understand.
Right. Because you
Like this,
Mhm.
subscribe. Let's get the educational thing rolling to educate these young people about what's good and what's bad. They know what's right and know what's wrong. You know they can't put their hand on that stove to burn their hand.
Right.
That's wrong. So loving is a good thing.
Yes, it is. So, right.
Good job, dog.
Peace.
Yes.